Hello, everybody. I want to welcome everybody to Vibe Time with Jerry, not only on Facebook Live and StreamYard, but on Blog Talk Radio with my co-host, David Flowers. He's on with me tonight, and we have our special guest, John Stevens, which everybody knows, the third Tuesday of every month. I have John Stevens on the show because we like talking about the different paranormal events coming up. So I am not going to keep him on hold long. I had to make sure that everything is set up to where we can see comments. So anyway, I'm going to take John Stevens off a hold and David Flowers because he wasn't able to say hi. So I apologize. Oops. I forgot to pull both of y'all.
Hey.
Hello.
How are y'all doing?
How are you doing?
Hey, doing good. How are you, John? Good, good.
I'm looking for you. Where are you at? You're supposed to be on Stream Tard.
I have the link up. It's showing me, but I don't see anybody else. So,
all right, let me re-invite. Hold on. Let me recopy it and send it.
Hold on, I just did something. So let me see if this works.
Okay. Oh, there you are. I see you. Yep. There we go. How are you?
Hey, good.
We're on StreamYard and we are on Blog Talk. So we're on two different things. So that's why it's so complicated. Hi, Ronnie. How are you? So how's it been going?
I'm trying to figure out how to look at comments, but I don't see them yet.
You should be able to, on the far right-hand side, there's comments, banners, brand, and private chat. If not, David's in charge of comments and spammers. Thank God, because I can't keep track of everything. Last week, hi, Tracy, and we had some spammers in here last week, and I just I couldn't keep track of it. I couldn't do the comments, the interview, and try to keep track of everything. Oh, cool. That's awesome. All at one time. So he's got control of all that. Kick people out if need be.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unfortunately, I had to block people. Hi, John Sullivan. How are you?
Hi, Sullivan.
So how have you been? Because it looks like that you've been out on some adventures.
Yeah, well, I had a great weekend before we get, and I'm on 65th.
Hi, Lucy.
So, we had a great, it was John Sullivan and Taylor and Ronnie Card and Paranormal. I went to St. Albans, and we had it for 8 hours, and that was an incredible experience to be there. The worst part about the trip was getting back to the hotel at about 5 a.m. and getting about 2 hours of sleep before I get back to Richmond.
Oh, gosh.
So just to Sullivan awake with my story, and to get a quick shower and then get on the road. But it was anybody that's ever been to St. Albans, they have events there all the time. You can do public and private events. Now, I was talking with the lady that schedules the events there, and she said they are booked through starting next year. So I don't think there's any available date left on the calendar for this year. And she said they book up pretty quick.
Oh, wow. I've never been there.
The good thing is it's not expensive. So if you have several people that want to do a whole night of Investigator, you can break up the cost pretty good.
I am. Thank you.
And I think they told me that there was over 100,000 square foot of space in that place. I I could be wrong. Maybe somebody in the chat can put it in there, but it's just endless corridors and rooms, and
hi, Angie.
go into all the great places.
Yeah.
That you want to, but I know John Sullivan and I, we had some great experiences getting EVPs and things like that. Some crazy stuff. I mean, like, you know, you're just sitting there with your mouth open after it's over with. And I know after we would come back and break and talk about things that people were experiencing. But, you know, a lot of times the places can be really good, but if the people you're around, then it can destroy it.
Right.
But if you're around good people like us, it just makes all the difference in the world. I don't care what you're doing.
Right.
You can have a good time. And the people that I was with, they're none better this world. And truly good people, and truly people that I'm glad to call friends and hang out together. I know that there were several other events going on at the same time that night. At the Exchange Hotel, the rape cases were in town doing an event there. They had a great turnout. I heard some things really, they had some awesome catches and EVPs and things like that. And then there was a benefit at Enriquez this past weekend. Several different paranormal teams got together and put on that event. So it was a very, very busy weekend. Got some busy weekend coming up.
Hi, Agnes. Yeah, it looks like. Hi, Gene. Are you? I'm trying to keep track of everybody coming into the chat. Hey, Angie. I hope you do make it up to the Manor House soon. I know she's been talking about going for the summer. Whenever you're ready. To have you. Gene Wells, the infamous Gene Wells. Oh my God. It's Dennis.
Hey,
hi, Dennis. He was out last night.
He went to Ohio, I think.
No, he was with us.
Oh, okay.
He came out with us yesterday. Oh, and he blew you a kiss. How sweet. Hi, Angela. Can you see the comments at all, John?
I can.
You can?
I don't know how up to date they are. Yeah.
Okay, so you saw Dennis's cute.
Might have missed.
Oh no, you can't miss that. It's got your name capitalized and everything. Here, I'll do it for you. Here.
Oh, well. Talking about Tom Sullivan?
No, that's from Dennis Eslock.
So how was the Manor House this weekend?
David Flowers. We'll talk about that.
It was okay. We got a few things. Last night, Dennis heard the doorknob to the inside door going to the basement. It was being jiggled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think Dennis might have brought it with him.
Yeah, but we can't discredit because I told you the little girl upstairs in the round table room as you was giving the tour. He was in the round table room doing the tour. A little girl whispered to her mother, but I didn't exactly know what she said. But later on, when they got downstairs, the mother said her daughter had whispered to her that she heard somebody trying to come into the door. She heard the doorknob. Well, Dennis downstairs heard it, and a little girl upstairs whispered it to her mom. And I have that on body cam where she's whispering it to her mother. She's whispering something, but I didn't know what she was whispering. So I think I picked it up on the body camera also, the jiggling of the doorknob. So that's, to me, really cool. That just adds something into the tour because we have the evidence there, and I know that's the doorknob.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So going back and trying to listen and catch evidence is something people don't like to do, and I'm included in that. You've got hours of, for me, just basically audio, because I had left my body cam at home charging.
Oh no!
And then I left my GoPro at home as well.
Yeah.
But the audio stuff that we got now, Culpepper, they come fully prepared. They bring their truck, and they see all the video equipment set up, cameras all over the place. So,
REM pod, yeah.
Watch all the video for a very, very long time. But, and it's something we love when we get something.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're just trying to figure out how to. We have a couple like what is it? It's the Wise camera, Wise that we have, but with the Manor House's internet, it's not working properly. And I should have asked Dennis yesterday. The next time he comes out to show us how to bypass it, has something to do with the internet where you can just trick it or something into working, or at least I think Gene told us that last time. Because the internet is horrible at the Manor House. And yeah. Hi, Paul Shields.
Hey, Paul. It can be spotty. Oh, good to see Paul in the house. Hey, well, we got heavy hitters in the chat tonight.
Okay.
Some of the best paranormal investigators there is. Really. I took the list of what we have in the chat right now against any podcast that's going on.
Well, Paul Shields is coming on the show soon. I've got a pretty good lineup of people coming on the show. Paul Shields will be coming on August the 9th, just so y'all make a note of that. So that's going to be fun.
Bonnie had put in the chat about Sully and Taylor going back down to the bowling alley, which is in the pit, and they captured the balloon moving around, and it had been stationary the entire time there. They go back down later and see it floating around as it out, and that area has no air coming and going.
Hi, Carrie. I'm sorry, Dennis. Please don't make him choke on the show. Dennis, I can't wait one day. I want to be a heavy hitter in the field. Tired of being a bat boy.
Coming from the guy that's on every paranormal show that I turn on TV now.
I know, right? I need his autograph. I need an autographed picture. Got plenty of pictures.
I'm trying to do that last night.
I know, we did. We did forget to do that. Get the autographed picture. We got so sidetracked with the REM pod going off ever so slightly in the back of the basement part. Yeah. The book.
Did you sign David's book for me? Made him these David's name. Just you sign it, Dennis.
fine headshot.
Oh my gosh. How does the sound come out to y'all on Facebook? I mean, I'm trying not to be loud.
That's just natural.
Tracy is
I'm
cute.
just watching you, so everything is synced up that way. But when I had the headphones on, I was getting echo and feedback constantly. So I just
Okay.
turned that off. So
All right. Yeah, because Dennis is saying he can barely hear you, but I'm very loud, and I'm not trying to be. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong where it's so loud because I've got volume turned down everywhere, and I don't know what to do to make it better. Hi, Steve White. How are you? It sounds like it's coming out of a spirit box. Just kidding. It sounds fine. Okay. Because I want everybody to be able to hear both of y'all. And some people are saying y'all's voices are really low. Operator malfunction. That's what I think about your operator malfunction. I can get away with that on my show.
we'll work it out one of these days.
Yeah, we'll work the kinks out, but I mean, y'all can at least hear it, right? I wonder if
Very good.
let me see if I do this. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
You can hear me, but can Facebook hear me? TD. Okay, Steve White can hear everybody. All right.
Hey,
Works.
Gene. Yeah, that's what's wrong, Gene.
All right, so I guess are we okay now?
All right, test. 1, 2.
Testing. Are we
Yeah, you
good?
sound great, John.
Okay. No tech.
I wonder if
I had my speaker on the computer.
okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. So can y'all still hear me? Can Facebook still hear me?
Well, I feel like maybe Dennis can answer it in the chat. Is the cabin still available for paranormal events? And if so, for how much longer? Because everybody loves the cabin, and people have asked me about it, and they want more events there, and some other places that are around Richmond. We need to get into some places. I'm telling you, places like Pamplin Park
Sounds muffled.
don't
Okay.
have the staff to handle it. So we need to be able to change that.
Yep, he said yes, and at this point we're busy as usual till told otherwise.
Okay. That's good. Do us a favor and tell everybody how they can go to the Manor House in Williamsburg, because I get a lot of people asking me about that, and they still will question like where it's at and how do you get tickets and things like that, and it's kind of hard to sometimes tell them that they don't have a concept of what we're talking about.
The address is 3601 Ironbound Road in Richmond. Or, excuse me, in Williamsburg. Wow. I've only been going there 12 years. You have to give me a break. Yeah, but during the summer, it's Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 9 p.m. and you need to get there at least 15 minutes early to buy your tickets because you have to go down to the activity desk to buy tickets. They don't sell tickets over the phone anymore. You have to actually be there to get your ticket. And it's $15 a person. 5 and under is free.
Have y'all had some good crowds lately?
Some decent ones. Some decent. We have some slow nights, some busy nights. Yeah, and starting in the beginning of September, it's going to be Mondays and Saturdays at 8 p.m.
That's good. Anybody that's never been to the Manor House certainly should go. Centrally located, an hour from Richmond. Real easy to find, and you'll have a great time, and then have a chance to learn the history of that particular house and that area, and also have a chance to use some of the equipment and investigate afterwards. So, and then you'll never know who will show up to take a tour.
Thank you.
Sometimes it'll be somebody like Gene Wells, or sometimes it'll be Amy Bruni.
Or Dennis Eslock.
Or Dennis Eslock.
Mm-hmm.
Or Paul Shields.
Yeah. Or Paul Shields.
Yeah.
But they do private investigations
John
too.
Sullivan.
Yeah, or John Sullivan. Yeah. Never know. Can you talk a little bit about the private investigation subject?
Yeah, I can't hear that. My dog. The investigations, you just contact me for the private investigations. It's $250 for up to 5 people and $50 a person after that. And if you do it on a Friday night, when I don't have ghost tours, we'll go from 7 p.m. until about 2 a.m. But if it's on Saturday, I have ghost tours, it's after the ghost tour till about 2 a.m. And if you want to join the ghost tour, you're welcome to join the ghost tour, no extra charge.
Yeah.
You'll have free run of the house, the property. The only thing you won't be able to go into is the third floor. That's the office and storage up there, so they won't let us up there. But everything else, you're welcome to.
No.
And
you got to remember the gate,
on your own,
the security gate.
huh?
You got to tell them at the security gate that's where you're going, so they'll know, because it's gated. Well, they got security up the front, so you got to let them know that you're going on the Manor House tour, or you're doing or you're doing a private investigation, right? Is that how that works?
Yeah. They'll know ahead of time that we have something going on. So just when you get to this, you just tell them the Manor House for the ghost tour.
Mm-hmm. Carrie, you're fine. Repeat. Can you repeat the private investigation? She just came on.
Okay, private investigations, contact me. If you're doing Friday nights, they're 7 p.m. till 2 a.m. If you're doing a Saturday night, it's after the ghost tour is over with until 2 a.m. And again, it's $250 for up to 5 people, then $50 a person after that. And you got free run of the house with the exception of the third floor. You can go all over the property, inside the units, obviously. But we have stuff going on all over the property and all over the house.
Yeah.
And you can contact me, either message me on Facebook, or you can email me at vapor757.david@AOL. And yeah, I do still have an AOL account.
I think you're the only one.
No,
Probably.
I know it as AOL. would be, it wouldn't be right if I didn't mention that July 30th is a paranormal lockdown at Bell Grove.
Okay.
So you get to investigate with
Carrie.
John Sullivan for Paranormal and Tyler with Covert Paranormal and Ronnie and Shayla and Robbie with Middleton Paranormal investigators. So that's from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. on July 30th. They lock you down. Sounds worse than it is. You have opportunity to investigate there all night. Is basically what it is. And anybody that's been to Bell Grove will know what I'm talking about when I say it's one of the great places to investigate. And it's in King George, Virginia. Do not go to the one up off of 81 in the mountains.
Oh my gosh.
That one. Go to the Bell Grove in King George, Virginia. So, I know that there's an investigation out in Scotchtown this weekend. I'm sorry, Hanover Tavern. And that's this Saturday from 8:30 at 8:30. You can contact them and see if they still have tickets available. I believe they do. So that's something going on this weekend. So, like I said, every weekend coming up, there are going to be tons of things going on.
Don't come to the Middleton. Our Bell Grove is just a museum. Yeah, I think we ran into that discussion last time. We'll have to bring y'all on the show here so that you could talk a little bit about that. I'll look at a date if y'all are interested.
Oh yeah, you got to have them on.
Yeah. I think we're booked up. So we'll have to schedule that because we are booking up pretty good.
Yeah, our next opening is October 11th.
Gee.
Dave, are you doing the secretarial work for Jerry now that you would know that about?
Got the book.
I'm so glad David's here because he's the only one that's organized.
I know. I'll tell you what, that is true. When Facebook screwed me over for how many days? 59 days or 39 days, it messed me up. So
yeah, John, I've been called a lot of things, but organized is not one of them.
You got that script down pretty good for the your ghost tour. I
Yeah.
can almost, if you've taken it more than as many times as I have, I think I could say it word for word, verbatim. I mean, it's that just another manner.
I still screw it up.
Or
that is true.
buy the book.
No, dude, you can't go by the book because the book, he don't go by his book. He's going to kill me.
It's just, keep that right here. Yeah, there you go. See? They pop up everywhere. And see, if I'd have gone last night, I could have gotten Gene Wills and Dennis to sign it.
Yeah, that is
Gene
true.
was last night.
But Gene wasn't there
Yeah,
last night.
Dennis was there. Y'all have to figure that out.
Next time Des comes out, he's got to bring me a headshot signed. He's a big TV star.
Yeah, we need Dennis posters.
He's on the TV.
Yeah, we need Dennis posters, like Dennis, like.
Bring out the Dennis groupies.
I wonder, I was just thinking about this because I haven't
Right.
heard any more about this, but every Friday in July, Berkeley Plantations has been
Okay.
Start, I believe, at 6:30, and they're probably over with before it turns dark, but they don't want anybody probably on the property after dark when it's not a normal investigation. So that's a good place to go. If no one's ever been to Berkeley, probably the most historic place that we have in this country.
That's
for everything that's going on there.
That's next to Shirley, isn't it?
Right down the road.
Okay. Yeah, I've been to Berkeley.
It's a few miles.
Mm-hmm.
It's off of Route 5.
I like Shirley too.
Yeah. Shirley doesn't do anything paranormal wise. They do a ghost tour in October, but it's a pretty just telling ghost stories, basically. And it's early. It's like 6 to 7 or something like that. The sun is still out.
It's too bad that they don't, because that's a pretty active place on the paranormal side. I mean, as far as, I won't say, I'll just say on some of the things that I picked up just being there. And at the time, of course, I didn't have a body camera, but I did have some equipment go off there because we were just taking the regular tour. But I can't remember which place it was. It was either, I think it was Shirley, where somebody did reach out to me and wanted me to come out there. I just haven't done it yet. So.
Yeah, Shirley is I believe the longest running continual family owned business in America.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah, and you know it's active.
Oh God, yeah, very, very much so.
Berkeley's been more open to allowing investigations and things like that. So they do that about every 3 or 4 months. They'll do an investigation there, and it's very controlled and very spelled out where you can go and stuff like that. But it's still like, to be in that house after dark and be able to set up equipment in there and take pictures and things like that is really amazing. I mean, it's pretty cool. I was talking with someone the other day about Roswell, and I was telling them about the Halloween tours.
Oh yeah.
Which I love doing that every year. And thank goodness, like last year, they had it on multiple weekends.
Yeah.
So you didn't really have to go Halloween weekend. I'm pretty sure they'll do it again this year, but there's another home that I've heard that is a possibility that they're going to do that sort of thing is Minokin in Warsaw. So that's another place in the Northern Neck area that may be starting to do a little bit more of the paranormal stuff. These businesses need financial support, like Pamplin.
Right.
Pamplin doesn't have staff to allow us to go in there like what we did at one time, where we could take in 50 to 100 people to investigate that place.
Right.
Because they don't want, they want to be adequately staffed to be able to handle that many people. And,
right.
you and I had done one of the investigations there, and the teams were, made up of about 10 people each, and there's like 6 teams, and
yeah,
there was no problems with that part of it. It was they have to have people manning the various places to make sure everything goes safely, and also it's so late into the night because people work and they have to be back the next day. So,
yeah. Well, hopefully.
But those places need the money.
Oh yeah.
Their budgets have been cut tremendously in half, and sometimes and that makes all the difference in the world with Virginia Paranormal Events is to be able to promote places
Right.
that people can come to and support.
Mm-hmm.
And along the way, we get to hang out with some pretty cool people.
Right.
Like y'all and Dennis and Gene and Paul and John Sullivan and Ronnie and Shayla and
Mm-hmm.
all these people that, that are just, really good people to hang around with. So.
Yeah. Yeah. The cabin has a public event coming up in August too, on the 20th. Yeah. They got a public event. So you got to go to the Cabin on 360's Facebook page. And I believe there's an event set up there, and you just click on the link and get your ticket. And that's going to go pretty fast. So for my friends that are out here watching, or if I don't know if it's been shared out or not, but just, keep that in mind that there is a public event coming up at the cabin.
Yeah, there are a lot of events coming up that I always tell people, because I even forget, that I have to keep the page up to date.
Oh, yeah.
So that I don't lose track or lose these events that are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But for instance, like the Tennessee Raid Chasers, they come into town and they're in Gordonsville, Virginia this past weekend, and that was something that they did on their own. They lined it up with the Exchange Hotel, and one of the teams that helped with the investigation happened to be, Val and Tana and Melissa and Brandon with Twisted Paranormal
Mm-hmm.
on it, or they normally do their own event on a night, but they were asked to come and assist with that. And of course, they work with Chris and Mike all the time. In fact, several events this year already that they've done twice at St. Albans. This past weekend before it last, they were there, and then back in January they were there, and they may be coming one more time. I'm not sure, but this Chris and Mike will be in Virginia again. I believe at Dunlora, which is in Mineral, Virginia, bed and breakfast.
December.
And then they're going to be, I believe, back at the Exchange again in the fall, and then also, I know there's some other places.
Dennis said December.
But
Mm-hmm.
With all of that, the reason I have my page is so that I can keep track of that and keep people interested. Plus, I get asked a lot of times what's going on. I never take for granted all the people that kind of live close to our state. That we on this page, we have a lot of people from Pennsylvania, West Virginia, North Carolina, and Maryland that come and want to know what's happening in the paranormal world in Virginia, because we have a lot more going on than a lot of states do.
Right.
And but and I will put stuff like for Gettysburg and things like that, even West Virginia.
Okay. Angie
on there on your show, not too long ago, and he's real big into the paranormal world in West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Got his TV fame and stuff like that, but he loves ghost hunting. And,
Oh yeah, yeah. I enjoyed having him as a guest. I did, and I think I Googled where he was at from me, and I think it was 5 hours, but I'm not sure. It was pretty far out there. Like I'd have to go when my girlfriend Marjorie goes home, because that's where she's from, But yeah, I enjoy having him on the show.
We've got the Gettysburg badge coming up.
August,
and
right?
There'll be a lot of people there. Of course, then there's the Big Paracon in New Jersey.
September. Dennis said Haunted Nights crew with Wrath again in December at St. Albans, and then September.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when they do an event there, they've got the space to handle a lot of people. It's got a good meeting area for everybody to start off with, and then to send people various different places in those buildings there. There's not a lot of chance of getting contamination from other teams and stuff like that, like there is in some places you go where you've got to be real quiet or.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we were at Dunlore and we kept hearing this knocking sound, and one of the teams had come upstairs and they were in the room next to us, and it was just so much stuff going on that we couldn't get anything because we didn't trust what we were hearing. That it just wasn't the other team making that noise.
Right, right. That's true.
Yeah, that's a bad thing about the Manor House. It's a one team location.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unless you have a team that goes outside.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's a lot to investigate, but you're right.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like if you've got multiple teams, you need to have multiple buildings or multiple locations on a property to be able to go to.
That's what makes it so nice about the cabin in Pamplin Park is that you're spread out and you're not on top of each other. You know, Pamplin Park, there's so many different places. And if Dennis ever gets in there, you'll have to take a night off David Flowers to go. Cause I'm telling you, it's just that Pamplin Park and, you know, and even the cabin for that matter, you know, it's just hands down, you know, I've had two things happen to me at Pamplin Park. I really contribute some of my vertigo issue to Pamplin Park also because we went on the 7th and I had some stuff. Yeah, I had some stuff happen at that campsite, which was on Facebook Live. And it's just funny how it coincides with those, you know, the 7th and then the 13th. It's just, I still say there was something there and I know where it's at. So Dennis said he's looking for a fall date. So that would really be cool. So you would have to take a night off.
Okay. Yeah, and fall would be excellent there because you can go outside. Well, there's a couple of places you want to be outside there. And
it's worth it. And the cabin is too. Don't get me wrong.
If you're out there during the winter, it can be miserable.
Yeah.
But I've also been out there during the summer when it's still 90 degrees at 10 o'clock at night, and that was miserable.
I think when he picked those November dates, I'm just saying that those were good dates, except the first weekend in November is the Urbana Oyster Fest. Never forget that because John Stevens, I'm off on Friday, but I know I'm working on Saturday. I know this already. I got my schedule down pegged because I don't work Oyster Fest on Fridays, but we all know the first weekend of every November is always the Oyster Fest. So don't schedule anything then or I can't come because they lock us down. We are with 18,000 people locked in a town for 2 days. Friday and Saturday. We are not allowed to leave. It's a drunken fest. Huh? Yeah, it's a drunken fest. Yeah. I go porch hopping. That's what I do.
I enjoy it, but I just have to park a mile away and walk into the town.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're always welcome to park here, but the problem is getting here, them letting you in and getting out because I'm right around the corner. You just got to come in at dark 30 to my house or they won't let you in. And then you're stuck with me. Yeah, the Drunken Fest is something else. Let me tell you something. As long as I get my turkey leg, I'm good. And my brisket.
You don't need oysters.
Oh, yeah. But see, I can go out here on the pier and get those anytime I want. I can just go pull them right out the water like I do them crabs. Remember, I'm right there.
Thinking about the brisket since Friday night.
Huh?
I've been thinking about that brisket since Friday night.
Yeah, we investigated at a virgin location and they just had stuff everywhere and I'm just like mouth is watering.
Yeah.
I will say this, Pamplin Park, getting back to that.
Yeah.
Because I can turn this into a food show if you want. I mean, we'll talk brisket and barbecue and oysters and anything I can slap on a grill.
Yeah.
Do that all night. Pamplin has, I tell you, it's just one of the best places to go to investigate. There's so many, like each location, something dramatic has happened.
Yes.
I mean, like either I know it personally or somebody else has had an experience there that's been crazy. And of course, it was made famous recently by the Portals to Hell show that came on. And I had people ask me about, where's Pamplin Park? When are we going? You know, when are we going to go down there and visit?
Yeah.
They saw such a big increase in people coming there after that show. But it really is like multiple location event because, and you can walk yourself to death. If you go to the woods and then you go to the other part of the battlefield, I mean, it's 10, 15-minute walks, you know, to get to those places.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the museum and the Welcome Center,
Mm-hmm.
two buildings upside, and then those two homes that are on that property. If they open both of those back up again, it's exciting. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm telling you. And then, but the crazy part is they have this place on the edge of the woods that's like a camp.
Yeah.
And some crazy stuff has happened there. And what Dennis can tell you a lot about that, he would, you know, when he if you ever ask him about Pamplin, but
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people that I've been associated with have had experiences there that are amazing. So can't wait to get back in there and get an investigation going again.
Yeah.
And I know that they need the money as well.
Yeah. Make sure Dennis brings Tracy in too, because I need my Cheetos.
Yeah, and as far as like the Cabin on 360,
Yeah.
I'd contact Dennis or Ryan about getting in there and seeing if there's what dates are available.
Yep.
Because they do rent the place out for the evening, and they can let you know what that costs. There's a lot of things going on, and as we get closer to the fall, September and October, things just kind of like blow up. It starts happening so fast and furious, it's hard to keep track of everything
Right.
that's going on, and that's all.
Dennis put a link down there, so
Yeah, and another place that has opportunity for people to rent and then go investigate. Plus, they also do a lot of their own events and have special guests come in and do events. Is the Octagon House in Lidsville. So you would contact John Cushman there. links on there, some on the page all the time. And he's known for, you'll hear the phrase "dinner with the ghost."
I've heard that.
They had that at St. Albans, and they had, they set it up and they have the dinner and everything like that, and they asked the ghost to come and participate, and they put equipment on the table while they're eating full course meal, and the equipment starts going off and things like that. So but there's events everywhere. But Cushman and them at the Octagon are fit for that. But that's a great place to investigate as well.
I know there's so many places that I have not been.
Yeah, that was a little bit fun. You're not going to go there. Okay, drive back home. That's over 4 hours away from Richmond.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Kimberly. Thought you fell off the planet, but I guess you're straight out of Virginia Beach.
Kim in a long time.
I know. We got about 6 minutes, so we're good on time so far. I'm just trying to keep track of it. Road trip, yeah, road trips.
Has she gotten out of the woods yet, or is she still in the woods down?
We have not been to Old House Woods. We went there for grounding one night, which was really nice, but we have not been out there, which we do need to get out there. It's just right now, oh my gosh, the heat would get me right now. All right, so Ronnie put, just a warning, if Vince Wilson advertises investigations at Wayside Inn, you will probably be overcharged and limited. They have no clue as to what they are doing. Gotcha. I got a guitar. I got 2 of them downstairs. Which one you want? I got an electric and an acoustic. That once my kids leave me, I'll be playing myself. Just saying. I'm waiting. It's like, get out.
I mean, if you want a jam session, catch up with Paul Shields and Kim with Culpepper. They both play.
Poor David, nothing. Are you kidding me? Lucy, have no sympathy. I'm telling you right now. None. 0.
The hard outfit around here.
I told you don't know what you get yourself into when you co-host these shows. Anything happens on this show. And we got John Stevens, so we know better.
Well, I will only add to the shenanigans. And I encourage, more than one person that came up talking about the Pearl.
Oh, gosh. The
The
Pearl.
Pearl.
I do miss the Pearl.
And so,
Dennis is not innocent. That's a lie. And I'm being nice.
well, I think there's a certain vibe with certain people when they go to the Pearl.
Yeah.
So,
Halo's my ass.
You're not going to get everything out of it. But
Yeah.
if you go with Tina and Jerry and Savannah, and I'll even throw in John Sullivan.
You better throw a John Stevens in there, Mr. Pole Dancer.
And
He's acting all innocent like he ain't hit that pole up there. Come on now. I mean, the pole.
a pole that was a lamp.
It looked like a pole to me.
Hi,
John.
Convinced.
Huh?
Dennis, who
I know. Put freaking halos on. You better switch those to devil horns. We've got about 2 minutes left on air. Hi, John, Kobe. How are you? Shit. Pure as a driven snow, my ass. Thank God there's no lightning outside. All right, I'll stop. All right, John, tell people how to get to your page because we got 2 minutes and 25 seconds on Blog Talk before it ditches us.
Or you can go to
Thank
VirginiaParanormalEvents.com. And if you have an event that you need somebody to put out there for people, I can do that.
Please do.
But I will warn you that if you don't have a reputation or if you try to scam or anything like that, you're not, it's not gonna happen. So, they had talked about Vince Wilson earlier. I haven't heard very good things, so I don't want to put that out there. And he contacts me all the time about putting his events that he's doing at the Wayside, but I haven't heard anything good. And so I'm kind of afraid to kind of lead people because the Wayside Inn is a very haunted inn, and it's in the Shenandoah and it's in Middleton.
Right.
But if they're only going to allow Vince Wilson to come in there, who's a magician, trying to do stuff paranormal, and he's not very good at what he does. I'm not saying I don't know him personally.
Right.
But like I said, his events aren't being good. So.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, if you go to my page, you can find out about all the good events, the good people that are putting on events.
Okay. Well, I'm going to, I know I can hang up on let me see how to do this. I'm going to disconnect on stream, not Blog Talk. So just hold on. David, we got to figure this out anyway. All right. So I'm going to hang up on Blog Talk so I appreciate you coming on Blog Talk and Streamed Hard. So let me hang up with that. Y'all tune in next week. I'm hoping Kevin Lipscomb. I'm waiting for him to message me. We're going to be talking stars and moons next week. So it's going to be really interesting. So thanks everybody for tuning into that or to the show tonight on Blog Talk. So let me go here. I hate doing this because I don't want to mess this up. All right. So continue. All right. And then David should be unmuting, right, with earphones. Is that how that's working? Because I can't hear you at all. And I really didn't want to put earbuds in.
I just had to unmute.
Can they hear us at all on Facebook now? Because I'm not
sure. They should be able to hear us because we're unmuted.
Do what?
They should be able to hear us because we're unmuted.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, wait. It would help. Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear us?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. So can we finish up that because we got our, we have been trying to figure this out for how long now? How to do this?
A couple of months.
Yeah, a couple months to try to disconnect from Blog Talk without messing up Ryan's show and then kicking on to Streamed Hard. In case there's some good subject matter going on, that way we're not messing up stuff.
Yeah, I
finally figured it out, David, after 2 freaking months.
Yeah, I think we figured it out.
All right, John, continue. I'm sorry.
No, what was I talking about? I'm sitting there trying to catch up on the.
We was talking about Virginia Paranormal Events, your page, because you got your page, but you also have your website, www.virginiaparanormalevents.com.
Yeah,
And
and
we was
Jeff.
ragging on Dennis because he was acting like he was all innocent and shit when he's not. Just saying.
Yeah, Jeff Watts keeps track of the web page, and he puts a lot of stuff on there that is paranormal
Thank you.
all over the world. So he also will like one of the things he's been doing a lot lately is the what happens in the paranormal world today, in history and things like that. So it's a lot of that's pretty interesting. Um,
I hear
but
music. Do you not
I
hear
heard
music?
it there too. I don't hear it now, but I did.
Okay. That's weird.
So
Okay.
one of the cool things that happened to me this weekend at St. Albans, we were taking a tour of the place before we got started, and we went down into the boiler room, which is right
Mhm.
in the right next to the bowling alley. There's that music again.
Are you kids playing music?
Not my crumb snatchers.
It's coming through. If I hang up, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
Okay. So
Oh, is
think
it coming through Brian?
I can still hear it though. So it's coming. I was still on Vibe Time.
Okay. David, did you hang up on Vibe Radio Network?
Yeah, I got that.
Oh, I don't hear it now. So that must have been it.
Anyway, so when I went to the boiler room, as soon as we go in there, and I didn't tell anybody this that this happened because it kind of took me by surprise, but I really was didn't know how to kind of tell people what I experienced. But as soon as we went in there, so it's dark,
Mm-hmm.
and as soon as we go into the room, over to the left, I saw a man standing there, and he had a beard, dark beard. And as soon as the other person came into the room with the light, it was like he was gone. And it caught me by surprise because when I first went, I was the first one to enter the room. Now it's completely dark. So the person behind me who had the light, as they got closer to the room, the room got a little bit lighter for my eyes to adjust. And when I looked over to the left of one of the boilers that's sitting there in the middle, and I saw that, it startled me because I was like, somebody's here. And, that's what I'm thinking in my mind. But when they came in, then I looked over there that it wasn't there. And so it was clear as day, the face. So it wasn't like a shadow. It wasn't like a reflection or anything like that. It was, at the time, now my memory's going, but at the time I said, I could draw it. I could draw his face. That's how clear it was from recollection. But then you're always like,
that's
my eyes
amazing.
are just playing tricks on me or something like that. But
yeah, that's amazing coming from you because I know that you're like David Flowers with I don't want to say open-minded skeptic, but you don't feel things all the time. You know what I'm saying? You're not like super sensitive. So, or are you are you getting more like that now that you're like going to different places? Would you say, I mean, because we've known each other for a few years now. So I know in the beginning, even with Donna, sometimes she says she doesn't feel anything. Is that increasing for you going to all these places now?
I would say most definitely. And
Right.
it's just because you recognize the signals that your body picks up on well before your brain will recognize.
Right.
So when you go into a place and the hair standing up on your arm, you may not notice that until you look down and see the hair standing up on your arms. But other times you're sitting there going, I just don't feel right in here. And then you look down and you see the hair standing up on your arms.
Right.
That's more like where I'm at now. So I don't have to have the physical things happening to me, but I'm learning to recognize that is a signal that, and it's been proven, not only in the paranormal world, but in other things, that your body will react to things a lot quicker than your mind will be able to comprehend what's going on. And one of the guys that does that is the paranormal medic guy. I can't remember his name real quick.
Haunted MD.
Not him. The guy that's that was the
Chris.
He works for the EMT or something like that. And
he's a fireman.
Yes, Balasoni. Right.
Yeah.
And he developed and he was on a show, and he developed like EKG that, and so what he found in his research is that people heart rate and things, you could physically see it on the machine, was reacting to something before it actually happened in real life. Like it would be like a 2 or 3 second forewarning of what was going to happen. In other words, you could look on the monitor and see that the heart rate and everything increased, which it had been normal, and then all of a sudden the spikes go crazy. 2 to 3 seconds later, a REM pod goes off or something like that. It's crazy that your body is the most sensitive mechanism we have in the paranormal world. And we'll never fully pick up on all of the
paramedic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Chris. And he's a guy you should have on your show because of all of the experiences that he's had as being a paramedic as well. And
I can reach out to him. I think we're friends on Facebook. The next opening is what, October, you said? My birthday.
October 11th.
Yeah.
And John and John Doc Likens, he's another guy that you should have on your show as well.
I think I've reached out to him about a couple of things, but I think he was going through some surgery stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to bother him too much.
But he's had some great experiences as well. And
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But with I can go into a place now. Now it's funny with that boiler room incident. Some of the people that came in the room right after I did, we were sitting there, and we do a quick EVP session, and one of the girls goes, "I just don't feel like there's anything here, like anything going on." And and maybe she felt that, but obviously I had just had an experience in there, and I've gotten to the point where I don't want to trust everything that I feel as because if I do that, I'll miss out on a lot.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, I can go into a room and say, it feels kind of normal in here. But I may be missing out on the opportunity to catch some great evidence. And an example is you can have a recorder going and a body cam going.
Mm-hmm.
And this has happened at St. Albans, where John Harris had one on the front and one he decided to go and put a body cam on the back. And they hadn't been experiencing anything. And when he went down one of the hallways, which I think it was either the long dark hallway is what it's called, or the peekaboo hallway. Guess what happens on the peekaboo hallway?
I
So
can't imagine.
When he went down the hallway, the front body cam doesn't catch anything because it's going exactly where his eyes are. But guess what happens on the one that they captured behind? Something crosses the hallway behind him. A shadow.
That's cool.
And so you could say, I didn't feel anything. And your
Right.
body would be either one, you're not going to be so in tune that you're going to catch everything.
Exactly.
And two, you don't want to say, just because you don't feel anything doesn't mean that stuff is not happening and it can be off the charts. And that's exactly what happened there. That's why we're all starting to realize that having multiple body cams and multiple recorders going on, it just increases your chances of catching stuff. That's why we set up REM pods everywhere and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we had a good experience with the tripwire. I have about a 20-foot tripwire.
I want to
And
get
we
me
took
one of
it up.
those.
We took it up to, it was John Sullivan and I were upstairs in a place called, it was a female ward, and it's a place called the suicide room, where one of the patients there hung herself. But they say that because there was abuse going on by the people, the men that were working up there, they were abusing the women. And we took the tripwire and ran it all the way around the corner to the stairs. Because Sullivan had said, last time I was here, something peeked around that corner and I got it on tape or a camera or something like that. He said, let's run that tripwire around that corner and see what happens. And so he starts calling that thing for what it is. Hey, you came and abused women. Why don't you come over here and try to abuse us? Why don't you come and show you how much of a man you are? Kind of, like provoking it a little bit.
Right.
Guess what happened?
Trip the wire.
Tripwire down at the end starts going off. Only at the very tail end where it's wrapped around that corner, where we can still see it, but it's kind of around the edge. Like he's peeping around the corner again. Then it's like, no, I see you hanging out over there. I see you trying to be like, you're not going to want to come over here. We dare you to come over here and engage with us, and talk with us and stuff like that. And guess what that tripwire did? That thing started lighting up all the way. I mean, it's going off left and right, all the way up and down the tripwire. It starts immediately doing that. And then we got, on his DR60, we started doing a burst session. And we've got a great EVP of it telling us to get the blank out. You know, and then some other words. So it was like a complete sentence
Oh,
that we
wow.
captured on there. There were several of those through the evening that I'm still going back and listening to stuff. But you know, it's funny because I was listening to and if I can find it, the last time I was at the Manor House, and it was me, you, and David, and we were upstairs in not Liza's room, but the other room, the round table room.
Mm-hmm.
And because I was like, what's on this recording here? You know, I looked at the date and I said, I wonder if that's when I was at the Manor House. And so I started listening to it. Sure enough, that's what it was. And there's a clear as day EVP on there. There wasn't either three of us talking. And I was like, why didn't I go back and listen to this at that time? You know, I would have, you know, or the next day.
Right.
But it's I can't remember what it says, but you can hear it, and it's not any three of us talking. But it's in that conversation.
They always do that.
Yeah, just kind of interjecting themselves
Mm-hmm.
into the conversation.
Yeah, they're either talking with us, or most of the time it's talking with us, and then sometimes the EVPs are so faint.
Yeah, I mean, we've had. I mean, you know, David played us one that he got during his tour that had interjected, you know, or made a comment.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have, I don't know if that one was captured on the body cam or not, but I think that's one of the coolest things that happens
That's
is the
true,
interjection into a conversation that you
mm-hmm.
can be having is one of the coolest things that can happen because and it can be something as simple as this. This has happened to me, but I was also listening to a girl tell me that it happened to her the other night. Is when you're in a circle and you start, what is your name? And you say, all right, everybody in our group's going to mention their name. And this happened at Dunlore with us, where it was 10 of us in the group. And at the tail end, the girl says, we all went around the room and said, hi, my name is whatever it is. Her name was Laura. And then
Right.
you hear, I'm Sarah. At the very end. Now, nobody caught that, and nobody heard it audibly. But when we went back and listened to that, because that was part of the birth session, it was as clear as day. She was interjecting in there, and we counted. So we counted how many people were in the room, and it was 10 of us. But there are 11 responses.
Oh, wow.
To the names, and that happened to me at Dunlore. But what's her name was telling me about it happening to her. Almost the exact same type of situation, where a female voice, in this case, just tacks on at the very end, and I guess wanting to be a part of the group or wanting to be a part of the conversation.
Yeah. Well, we always tell people that, like, just because the equipment doesn't go off doesn't mean they're not there, because when we get home and we review EVPs, we pick up a lot on our body cams. And Dave and I have the same body cams. And then I went out and bought a miniature, well, it's on my dresser. I got like a miniature body cam now. It's really cool. It's from Bob Love too, but it's like small. So
I've got mine right here, fully charged, by the way.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's how big mine is.
I
And
think that's real.
I-
Ultimately,
I
out of
got
all
the-
the equipment, that's the best piece of equipment to me as a body cam.
Oh, definitely,
Hmm.
definitely.
Yeah,
And the microphone on it is incredible.
it is.
a lot of
Mhm.
times I'll just sit it on the table. I just sit it on the table, and
Yeah,
so it will take away if my rustling of the arms or anything
right,
like that makes a
right.
noise. It's funny
Well,
because that will happen.
we've been leaving one body cam at the manor house facing the landing because I just have a feeling there that we're going to catch something. I know we are. It's just a matter of when, but we are going to catch it because there's so much shadow movement up there. It's going to pop eventually. We're just not hitting the right night so far, but we'll get there. And then I bought the mini so that if David needs his body cam, I can keep the mini on the tour and at least keep one body cam facing the landing because there's just something there,
Yeah,
in
and
that
last week,
spot.
yeah, that last week, Jerry had me put mine up, and I did it because I do what I'm told. But
Just
everybody was
had a feeling.
upstairs, and you hear the trash can physically
Yeah,
getting picked up and dropped.
Yeah.
yeah. It was like, how did y'all know it was the trash can? That's what I wanted to ask.
It's the only thing in that area that can make that noise. And I knew it was a trash can, but the next time I went there, I tested it. I picked it up and dropped it, and the exact same sound.
Mhm.
And there was nothing else in that area that could make that sound or anything like
Nothing,
that.
Nope.
nothing.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, because I listened to it and I was like, yeah, it sounds like a trash can and stuff, but um, you don't know if there was somebody outside or somebody had come in or something like that.
Mm-mm.
Well, if
The front
somebody
door
come
makes
in, you'd heard the door.
Yeah, the front door, when somebody comes into that door, it makes a distinct noise. So we know the door. It was definitely that trash can in the corner. Definitely. And but
Was it
I
was it out of place or anything when you got back, or
we, you know what,
or
we
did
didn't
you
even
even?
pay attention because
Yeah,
we didn't realize that we actually got that footage until he reviewed the body cam. So no, to answer that, we don't know because it shocked me when he posted it. I'm like, wow. But I just have a feeling there's too many things that has happened in that general little spot that really, even the tourists don't really investigate because that's the main stuff where we have stuff set up. But I just have a feeling that we are going to catch something. It's just a matter of time. So I want a body cam set up there. I just have a feeling, and
Hey,
I don't go against my intuition at all.
Paul Shields, that Bob Love
Hmm.
body cam that Jerry and I have, it's only $159 on Amazon.
Yeah, it's worth it. I mean, it's because we wear them from the time we set up until the time we leave, and you'd be amazed on what we catch. Just wearing it like that because you're busy setting up. You're not thinking. So it's just cool.
I don't think anyhow.
Well, we know that.
just do what I'm told. That's all I do.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just really cool. And it, like I said, it was worth the investment because I've been wearing it. I've been wearing it when I had oh my gosh, Haunted MD on my show. He was talking about his body cam,
Yeah,
and that's when I ended up going ahead and getting
right.
one because I was like,
I had contacted him about that. It's amazing because he was, I guess, one of the first people I knew that had them, that was using them on a regular basis. And the he messaged me like several that he had. I think at the time he had 3, and and where he got them and stuff like that. So I started looking
Mhm.
around, and I was like trying to figure out what's good. I like the one I got because it has an IR part to it, and then it also. But the only thing I haven't tested is the battery life, how long I can get out of it.
Jerry can tell you that one.
Yeah, several hours. When did I start that? It was from the time we started the tour, right at
Yeah.
9.
Yeah. 8:45, 9 o'clock.
So I got what, about 5.5 hours, because I accidentally left my body cam at the manor house on the fireplace mantle. And so it recorded from the time we started the tour, probably about 8:45 is when I started mine, all the way up. It stopped at rolling at 2:20 in the morning.
Wow.
But I love my Bob Love camera. And actually, this new mini one I bought too is a Bob Love. I like that brand. If anybody
Yeah,
has a
it's a
different
good
brand,
one.
let me know, because
Yeah, that's what I got. It's a good investment.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's worth it.
Paul, yeah, the IR is fairly good on it.
Yeah. Hmm. Now on the mini you don't get that far with the IR on there, but I still like it. Um, because I just like it. It does really good daytime, but I got it mostly for like the tour part of it, if anything happens, or sometimes if I'm on the road at nighttime, even though I have a dash cam, I want something on if I'm like leaving the cabin or leaving, places real late. I want something like that on my person. It does really good. So the regular body cam that we got, and then I just got the mini, which was not really expensive. It was worth the investment on that too.
Yeah. Now, if you're in a larger room, if you had an external IR light, that would not hurt at all,
Yeah.
because it the external the IR light, the range isn't the greatest, but the camera quality is really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing that when I first got it, I said I'll just worry about that after I get the camera, is where am I going to put it, or what am I going to attach it to?
Hmm.
So when you're wearing a T-shirt like this, the first thing you think about is I'll just put it on this. But it's heavy. It's a heavy, you know, piece of equipment for the size, and so it would not stay where I wanted it to stay. And I know, David, you wear a vest a lot of times when you investigate.
Yeah.
And I even thought about getting a vest and kind of like a paranormal vest, and then attaching to that. But then I ended up getting one of the magnet
Hmm.
holders, which
Yeah, I've
works
got that. Hmm.
great, because the piece goes in the inside of your shirt, and the piece goes to the
Yeah.
outside. That thing does not move. I mean, I put it anywhere, and it doesn't move at all. And
Yeah, I have that, and I like that one. That's where we can attach we'll probably be able to attach a back body cam too. But the thing with the vest, and I know David will agree with me on that, it gets heavy when you put equipment in there. It gets heavy on your neck. Or it does for
Yeah.
me. I know he agrees with me. It just gets heavy because um we're carrying equipment around and we're presenting it to the people on the tour, and that equipment, when they're all up in your pockets, it gets heavy. So I wish that there was something else. I know I've seen people wear these vests, but gosh, they're loud when you're doing, the when you're doing investigations. If they have one too many zippers on it, it's loud. And I mean, at least ours it's just got pockets and you just can keep them up. Tool belt. Yeah, I've thought about a tool belt too. Yeah.
Yeah, the magnet is a triangle. For those that don't know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
have it.
triangle thing,
It's in my
and
bag.
it's two pieces. So the magnet's on the front and the back.
It's
You put one
awesome.
on the inside, and then the
Mhm.
other thing, it just like sandwiches to your shirt. It's
Yeah.
not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's
And
not.
then it's got these rubber bands, these heavy duty rubber bands that I can actually put because of the little clip,
Mm-hmm.
on this thing.
Yeah, you clip them right in
really
there.
strong, and it'll just
Small
stay. It
backpack.
won't
How you
move.
doing, Katrina?
Now, I know somebody else that uses a GoPro, and GoPros are considerably lighter, and they're made for people to take video in sporting, things. So they make all kinds of attachments for the GoPro.
Yeah, but I don't think about like our Bob Love. I've looked into that. I don't think it attaches into the GoPro because I really wanted to get that. I want to get one where you could do a head mount,
Right.
but I don't think that unfortunately the Bob Love will fit into the GoPro.
No,
So I
it
do
won't.
have a harness,
And
but my
the
harness,
GoPro is quite a bit lighter as
yeah,
well. I have
yeah,
a GoPro.
yeah. I have
I
thought
have a
about
GoPro
that.
here
Got all
that
kinds of
is
shit, John Steven. Yeah, I've
that
thought about that.
GoPro, but
Mhm.
it doesn't have IR capability either. So it's just going to be video. Now I can
Yeah.
attach all kinds of tripods and everything to this, and I can
Mhm.
have it sitting up here.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Um, I tell you, but nothing beats that. The
Yeah.
Bob Love.
Yeah, nothing beats that one. You're right about that because it's like I said, I accidentally left it on at the manor house and my heart sank when I went in my bag to go look for my camera and I'm like, "Oh my God." And I was so glad it was still there. And I ended up calling David because I was in a complete panic. I mean, we're talking about a $150 piece of equipment. So Dennis sold me one of his equipment boxes and now I have everything cut out. So now if I know if I'm missing something, I have left it somewhere and people have to triple check it behind me. David triple checks it behind me to make sure I don't leave anything because you're focused in on what you're doing. And with me, what I have, you try to focus in on certain things and you just get sidetracked and you forget. I think somebody made a comment like that. How could you forget something or how could you leave something behind? You're When you're in a different mindset or you're focused on something, you can't, it's not hard to do, or it isn't for me. I don't mean to.
I don't know anybody who hasn't forgotten something at one point in time.
Yeah. I've left my body cam there. I left my jacks there by accident. What else did I leave? I've left quite a few little, not meaning to. My cat
Yeah.
ball,
Your Paralight.
my Paralight. Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad to see Katrina's in the chat, and so is Tracy.
Yep. Katrina will be on the show here soon.
What?
Tracy Ann. Yeah, Katrina will be on the show. Yeah, I'll make that announcement. I think she'll be okay with that. She'll be on the show soon, so that's going to be cool. I've got my electronic calendar. She'll be on in September. So, we've got a
She's
pretty
talking.
good lineup.
She's talking small backpack.
Mhm.
I have
Camera
a
bag.
I have a carry thing that I wear, and I can get most of the equipment I want to use in that.
Mhm.
And I have big cases of stuff, but I tell you, gotten to the point I just like to go light and mobile,
Yeah.
and
I wish, but yeah.
and it's quick to get.
Hi, Shayla.
She's finally here.
Yes.
So
I'm holding that to you, Tracy Ann.
yeah, and I do look like a unicorn with the GoPro, Tracy. I saw.
That's okay. It
And
fits John's demeanor. I mean, he fits
I've been-
perfect
yeah,
into the pink pearl. So
I've been called worse, believe me. But I like hearing people's ideas and seeing what they do as far as how they carry their equipment and what they do with it. Like,
yeah, I
for
would like to know
instance-
that too.
for instance, I was with somebody, and they had the coolest vest. They had so many pockets, and it was a military vest. They had gone to one of the military discount places and bought it, and they turned it into a paranormal. And the guy said, when it's not paranormal, it's my fishing vest too. So when he goes out fishing, he gets everything: his scissors, his flashlights, everything in there. And
That works.
it's just
the vest that Jerry and I have, it's a fishing vest.
Yeah. It just gets heavy. And I'm sure that their vest too, their tactical vest gets heavy too. Paul Shields is drinking his beer and Shayla is drinking her wine. The hell? Y'all take drinks for me because I don't drink. So
this was up here earlier,
water.
Where it says, "Don't ask what type of day I was having." So it was almost to overflowing.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all just I can't have alcohol, unfortunately.
We gotta work tomorrow. More reason to fill this to the brim.
I got water, but I would like to have a glass of wine one day, but I can't have it. Unfortunately, I get sick.
So somebody gave me this as a gift. Just said, I don't drink it.
That's a hell of a gift.
Yeah, I don't drink it. Here, would you like this? And I was like,
that's right, sweet tea.
And I haven't turned it away. But I love wine as well.
I used to be able to drink wine and all that good stuff, but I just cannot do it no more. I get sick. My body is just super sensitive to everything. I'm not a lightweight. I just can't have it. So can't have it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't do well with it. Energy work and alcohol don't mix for me, but everybody else, y'all, just take a drink for me. It's perfect.
I have a drink about once a month is about what I have a drink. You would think I'd drink on a Friday or Saturday night. No, it's going to be a good Tuesday night when
that works. That works.
But y'all been good as anyway all the way around.
Oh yeah. Did you come down on the night that we were supposed to or the day that we were supposed to meet and I wasn't able to meet you? When you were with Donna, wasn't you coming down? I was supposed to meet you one day, but I wasn't able to. I think I had to work.
Well, the last time I was down there was for the arts festival.
Arts in the middle. See, I missed that too.
Yeah, I came down for that.
Yeah.
I walked around and wasted time. That would be a cool place if they had to let somebody come in and investigate that house.
Well, I know the people that own that house.
Is there anybody you don't know in Urbana?
I pretty much know everybody inside and out. Inside town and outside the limits.
Oh, okay.
Inside and outside of town.
But if they did do an investigation at that house, and I'm talking about what's the name of it?
Hush, Dennis. God damn it, you know what I was talking about. Our town consists of 458 people. Let me just be clear before everybody gets this shit in their head. Thanks, David Flowers.
Not a problem.
Inside town, inside our town limits, we live in a small town. It's 458 people, probably 460 now. It's its own little town. We have our own little mayor and everything.
Yeah, town's its own little town.
Yeah, it's our own little town. It's small. And then we have the bigger county, which is Middlesex County, where everybody, I just know people.
So, I love that area. I really do. Y'all know how much I love Urbana and the whole northern neck. I will say this. One of the funniest things that I experienced when you go through Middlesex is you go by the Middlesex, you go through the Middlesex courthouse, and you see the people out front picketing or holding their signs up. And first of all, it's kind of like it catches you by surprise because of the age of most of them.
Yeah.
And then what the signs are about. And I'm sitting here going like, and you see people, I ignore them when I go by, but I see people sticking giving them the middle finger wave, and all that stuff, and shouting stuff at them as they go by. And I'm like, I wouldn't let people irritate me to the point to do that, but.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do.
I know you feel like doing it sometimes, but I'm just like these people don't have anything else to do with their life but to.
I will flip you off in 0.2 seconds.
And I don't want to even bring it up what they talk about because it is kind of controversial. But
yes, it is very controversial. Do not talk about it. We know what the picketing is.
Yeah, the picketing at the Middlesex courthouse. You just need to go by there. On a good Saturday when they're out there Saturday mornings, good time.
Yeah. Are they still out there Saturday mornings? Because most Saturday mornings I'm at the museum. I haven't even.
I know. Last time I was there,
our town is so small. Our county is large, but we only have a Hardee's and a Hardee's and a Hardee's.
Right. And the best restaurant left or went out of business or stopped.
No, y'all don't want to know. It's just such a no. It's such a big controversial. Ugh, it's a hot mess. It is a hot mess. But I just haven't been out that way. We have an old courthouse and a new courthouse, but it's teeny. Everybody knows it. Everybody, you fart, they're gonna know.
Yeah.
That's how small it is. John, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this real quick about Urbana since we're on the subject. Y'all got to understand our small ass town. You know what they wanted to do? They wanted to put a 4-way stop at that intersection of freaking Cross and Virginia Street.
Why would they do that?
Thank you. I'm like, what the fuck? They can't even get the signs right now. And you want to put a 4-way stop there? I'm like, oh my God. Okay, going through there is like a death trap anyway. And you want people, you want to do a 4-way stop. Y'all have to understand, I'll have to take a picture, an aerial picture, and post it on Facebook so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I'm like, these bitches can't stop at the sign now. How the hell are they going to do a 4-way stop? The intersection is so tiny. Hopefully that don't pass.
All right, y'all. Well, I have to cut this one short.
Okay.
I will holler at y'all later.
All right.
Good talking to you, John.
Good seeing you again, buddy.
Adios.
Well,
yeah, that's what they want to do. So
they don't need, the roundabout, it's not big enough for a roundabout.
Oh God, no.
Roundabouts I love roundabouts, but some people don't know how to drive in a roundabout.
Oh yeah, I know. Yep, that's true. Yeah.
Dennis, good seeing you again, buddy. We'll be in touch. I think roundabouts are great.
If you know how to get through a roundabout, but like you said, most people don't even know how to get through a roundabout. So
they put one in Mechanicsville at this busy intersection of Cold Harbor Road, and they had more wrecks at that stoplight that was there. So they put a roundabout in, and there hasn't, that I know of, been any wrecks at that roundabout. I'm sure there has been, but it's really because of the amount of traffic that's coming through that intersection at all times. Having a stoplight was dangerous, actually, because people would run the stoplight you know how they do. And so
Yeah.
with a roundabout, all you really have to do is yield. Make sure you don't pull out in front of somebody on a roundabout, or if somebody
Mhm.
pulls out in front of you. But you can get in and out of the roundabout pretty quick, and it kind of keeps the traffic moving. I'm all in favor of roundabouts.
Yeah. Oh, I am too. Yeah, I am too.
I don't like the ones that are double laned roundabouts where you have to start off on the outside, but at some point you got to get into the inside lane, and
Right.
you know,
Yeah, I don't like those either. But me either, because you got to know what you're doing.
yeah.
Oh, she's going to concentrate on not hitting any deer. All right, Tracy Ann, I'll get up with you. I
Where's she
might have a
coming in
show
from?
opening day.
Where was she coming from, or where was she going
Illinois.
to?
I don't know where she was going to. So, well, John Stevens, you got to go to work tomorrow, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
It is getting late. You lose track of time. I lost track of
yeah,
time.
well, love talking to everybody about this and all this other crap. So one night we'll have a show on the Middlesex courthouse picketers.
Oh my God.
We'll show them holding the signs up, but we'll Photoshop our own message where theirs
Oh my
is.
gosh.
That would be interesting.
You're not the one who has to still live in the county of Middlesex and town of Urbana. No.
All right, well, let me ask you this. So
I'll be
I've
shunned.
always wanted to know this. Do those people obviously live in Middlesex? Do they live in Urbana? Do you know them personally, or okay?
I do.
So the other thing, and I don't even know where to go with this, is I guess I'm just can't get over the age and them being a certain color
Thank you.
and supporting this other thing, and it's like nothing makes sense, and that's why it's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
And
Paul
then
Shields
the guy,
is ditching us. Night, Paul Shields. He said good night, John.
all right, buddy, good seeing you again this weekend. I tell you, Culpeper Paranormal, just to throw this out there, they're a great team.
Mm-hmm.
And Paul Shields has a lot of equipment, a lot.
Shayla's ditching us. Our
Oh,
viewers
no.
are ditching us.
All right, Shayla, if I get into Middleton next week, I'm gonna message you. Okay, I don't know what day I'm coming, but it's next week sometime. I'm gonna be up near New Market. So, and I'll probably go to Bell Grove as well while I'm up there. So, all right, well, I've enjoyed everybody's company tonight. We had some we just let the people talk that's in the chat, and I'll just sit back and listen to them because I'd rather do that. They're the ones that know everything.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are out there doing it on every weekend basis.
Yep. Works for me. But the chat's going down, so.
All right.
But next week, like I said, I got Kevin on so far. Hopefully he comes on. If not, then I'll figure something out. David Flowers and I will figure out who we can get on. I'm waiting for a message from him, and he's out of Matthews County, and he knows a lot about the astrology, the moon, your sign, so it's a flip from paranormal to that. So that'll be cool. So hopefully he still comes on the air.
There's something to all of that, though, with the way the moon affects things. People,
yeah.
It happens. Yeah. Scientific they've proved it.
Yeah, I
Any
think
good
last
fisherman
time.
knows
Yeah.
that a full moon, how it affects fishing.
Mm-hmm. I
It
think last
affects,
time
but
he.
it affects us too.
Oh yeah, when he came on the show last time, I think on as far as on call, we had like I don't know, maybe 79, 80
Hmm.
call-ins on that. So, but he started a new job, so we'll see. I'm just gonna wait and see if he messages me back. If not, I'll figure something out.
I didn't see Tina in the chat tonight.
She's not gonna be in the chat. She's gonna be on the actual blog talk phone because she doesn't get internet in this new place that she lived at. I mean, her internet sucks, so half the time we don't even call each other because she doesn't have it. The internet ended right where her house is at, so she can't get it.
Tell her I said hey.
I will, because half the time her text messages don't come through. So, but I will.
Well, a lot of good. I like looking into the chat and seeing all the people.
Yeah.
that
Well,
are
we
good.
appreciate everybody tuning in, and Paul Shields, who's coming on soon. So
You said
that's
Katrina's coming on, and
Katrina. She's coming on in September. I got her booked in for September, so I got a pretty good lineup coming up. Like I said, the 26th of July is going to be Kevin, and then August, it's of course we have Paranormal Roundtable, you coming on, and then we have Paul Shields, Holly Mullins. And I'll do a fill in for the 30th because my guest can't be on it, so we'll figure that out. And then September is a good lineup too because I got Katrina, then I have Teresa Sayers coming back, Paranormal Roundtable, then I got you. So we got some really good lineups.
all right,
So
Katrina, it's good to see you in the
thank
chat
you.
again. Thank you for
Yeah,
sticking around with us.
yeah, we appreciate it. So it's gonna be a good lineup. So all right, John. Well, it's getting late.
All right,
You got
dear.
to go to work, but I appreciate as usual you coming on the show.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Really do.
So yeah,
All
but you
right,
have
I'll
a
be in
great.
touch,
Okay, and
and
I'll talk to you later.
I'll get up to the
Manor House.
yeah, but you know what? Let me check. I might be able to come Saturday night. Let me check.
Okay, I'll be there by myself.
Oh, you will?
Yeah, David's not going to be there.
I'll have to see. I might
I
be
have
in
to. I'll get to
Williamsburg.
work with the haunted ghosts alone, but that's okay. Because last time I worked there by myself, I got more EVPs without him than I do with them. So he's burnt
All right.
out. He's got to take a break.
Yeah. All right. I'll be in touch.
All righty.
All right. See y'all.
Okay. Bye. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, tune in next week. Hopefully Kevin will be able to come on. And as usual, I appreciate the support and everybody watching. Thank you.